best of twos as well. You're playing against one team, but everyone is kind of having this hive mind in which you're trying to take each other's ideas. Here, you can adjust to that and just ban out the team that you're playing against.
So in a series like this, I don't think that Vici should ban IO first phase. I think you may want to ban Oracle first phase.
It's possible.
Because they're down a game, they don't have any wiggle room.
But when you're down a game, do you really want to play against IO? If they pick it?
So it is double elimination, so Vici Gaming are not gone if they lose this.
Wasn't it Wings with Lash or CDEC with Lash?
CDEC with Lash. Shadow didn't know how to play Lash.
Yeah, and then okay, maybe this is the situation for Vici
let
Gaming.
It go through, and then there you go. It's the secret. I mean, no one has intel on it. Maybe they've scrimmed it. Maybe they've seen that Fly knows how to play IO, but I don't think it's a guarantee.
So what do you think Vici Gaming can do to improve their gameplay from last time?
Nothing much necessarily. Their gameplay was fine. I didn't see too many big mistakes overall.
They would give Old 11.
Deserves that ban. He just played Pango so many times. I was going through the group stages to prepare a little bit to see what they've been drafting in the games that I haven't watched, and literally just Pango. So
it was very heavily favored toward Pango.
Yeah, very similar bans once again. Same bans from Vici Gaming pretty much.
So does this mean Oracle?
This is Oracle. Bit to see what they've been drafting in the games that I haven't watched, and literally just Pango. So
it was very heavily favored toward Pango.
Yeah, very similar bans once again. With first pick Vici Gaming pretty much.
So does this mean Oracle?
This is Oracle. I haven't watched, and literally just maybe Gyro. So
it was very heavily favored toward Pango.
Yeah, very similar bans once again. With first pick Vici Gaming pretty much.
So does this mean Oracle?
This is Oracle.
Phoenix.
Maybe Gyro.
So it was very heavily favored toward Pango.
Yeah, very similar bans once again. Okay, Shadow. Gaming pretty much.
So does this mean Oracle?
This is Oracle. Moving away from first picking the Terrorblade.
Yeah. Phoenix.
Maybe Gyro.
It was very heavily favored toward Pango.
Yeah, very similar bans once again.
Okay.
So usually you want a lion. Puck instantly. That's.
I feel like support duo first phases are probably among the weakest draft openings that I've seen throughout all the group stages and the wildcards.
Yep.
I like a mid and a support. I like an offlane and support. I don't like carry and support, but I think support duo is just it shows too much too early on.
Yep. Vici Gaming is showing everything, meanwhile Invictus Gaming isn't even showing what lanes they're going. Right?
Yeah.
Like Void Spirits can be 4, can be offlane. They've pretty much always played at mid lane exclusively, but it's still flexible.
And Oracle's definitely going to go to Oli. But
I think this is like Mars Puck Storm, something like that. You ban out these 3 heroes, you're very happy. Oracle, Void Spirits hate playing versus high mobility heroes, so
Vici Gaming may let JT's Timbersaw slip through this time, though.
You think? They banned out Troll Timber last time.
Yeah,
right?
so that Troll ban was Timber's slot last time.
So they just switched it up, like Troll first, Timber
Maybe.
second. Yeah, it's probably that. I don't think you want to give him the full comfort zone. You do have a lot of control with Shadow Shaman, but...
Nah, Timber gets a Lotus, then all of a sudden Shaman's like, oh wait, I feel kind of dumb now.
Okay, Beasts.
They're waiting, they're waiting.
Slowly.
IG's, they're like, ooh, are they actually gonna let us have this?
IG probably with the Storm ban now, I would assume so. Maybe they'll flex it up a little bit with something different, but...
10 seconds remaining.
There's also Ember that we saw in the same matchup, Void Spirit versus Ember.
5 seconds
I just
remaining.
value Storm the most here.
If they do ban out Storm Spirit, could Ori then go to T?
Not necessarily. Not like you can pick that hero, but you really want to dominate the lane and then have certain matchups. It's not a hero that you just pick at any given point. By the way, that Prophet is still in the pool. Something that I didn't notice.
That Prophet was like completely ignored, or maybe last
I think
phase
it was
banned?
banned in the second phase last game, something like that.
Shadow Fiend.
Interesting.
Is that Shadow Fiend? I'm just making sure.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is. So SF as well came back as an answer to DP in the Chinese region.
10 seconds.
It wasn't picked.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Same as TA.
Yeah.
It's not a hero that you just pick.
Does that mean that you think IG is going to pick DP?
Ban out a Tide Hunter.
Vici could get it. Like, I wouldn't mind Vici gaming that Prophet as well.
Down for that. They do let the Timbersaw go through, so IG may have eyeballs on that.
Yeah, because that Prophet is actually pretty scary
against
versus Timber throughout the game.
I just really want them to pick an old 11 hero. I think old 11 wins Vici games. And letting him suffer through so many bans seems unnecessary.
And they were the ones that banned out like 2 offlaners as well, so they're making their hero pool as well a bit smaller. The offlane hero pool right now is very, very small, considering the bans.
It's like they're thinking really hard about who they're going to pick. They have to make this pick count.
Fighting through their reserve time a little bit, but yeah, they go with the DP. I like this a lot. It's a very good lane versus Void Spirit. That silence is scary later on. It's not necessarily the hero that I like versus Oracle. You don't have that backline reach from the mid lane.
But like you said, if JT is going to pick Timbersaw, it's kind of that magic damage that you need for Timbersaw, right?
Right, so I think they like inherently, indirectly ban the Timbersaw by picking this Death Prophet.
Mixed damage, really. And then you have Sunray, then you have Death Prophet Spirits later on. Siphon, the silence is nice, everything is...
Vici Gaming.
They have ways of dealing with Timber, but... Okay, IG go with the Rubik instead.
Rubik! Big fan.
Are you?
I love Rubik.
What do you love about Rubik?
I play Rubik as a 5 or 6. It's just a lot of fun.
5 or 6?
Yeah.
It's a rough way to play
6 Rubik.
It's really hard, but it's a lot of fun. I just like stealing stuff.
Stealing spells is always satisfying.
Steal courier burst speed, deliver items.
That's the position 6 life.
Nice.
My MMR is like not great, but it's not that bad either. So what I do is when someone picks Bounty Hunter, I pick Rubik, and then I just steal ruin their day.
Okay.
It's my favorite thing to do.
The other popular thing is against channeled spells. So here, like Shackles will be pretty easy, but if you ever see like an Enigma or a Crystal Maiden, you're like, oh.
Centaur Stomp.
Centaur
Stomp?
Stops?
Stampede?
Yes.
Stampede,
No, not Stampede. The stun.
The stun.
Oh, if you can
it's
steal,
instant.
If you can steal that, yeah. I mean, if you can steal that, you're a pretty damn good Rubik, though.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he usually does use that after jumping in. But a small tip, Stampede is maybe a little bit better for your team, but Stomp is also pretty nice.
So, what do you think the Rubik was picked for? There are a lot of spells that Rubik can steal, but where does Rubik really shine in this lineup?
We have to wait and see what their offlaner is as well, because there are some matchups that are pretty good with Rubik, but mostly what Tsunami said, channeling spells. You have Shackles from did you see the 2-screen long Shackle?
Yes.
Yeah,
Dude,
there you go.
Once upon a time, Arcane Supremacy, I was just like, oh no, I want the status resistance back.
Yeah.
And then I see 2-mile-long Shackles, and I'm like, never mind, this is actually pretty sweet.
Okay, Lycan. It's a throwback. It's something that they haven't really drafted in a while. At least not as often as at the beginning of the DPC League, but it looks sweet.
10
They have a
remaining.
lot of pushing
Yeah,
potential.
this is a hella push lineup from
Yeah.
Vici right now.
But this is hella
5
Timber
seconds
once again,
remaining.
I believe, right? Like, maybe
That's-
Underlord as well.
I think they're really like they're testing JT now. They're like, how much do you like this Timber? Because it's great against Lycan, but against the other stuff, I don't know how confident you are. And Lycan actually pretty garbage win rate right now. 0% Radiant, 33% Dire. So I don't really know if you need to worry about countering him out. I think
He used to be so strong, and he's still good versus these squishy position 5s and 4s that backline position 5s and 4s, let's put it that way, that have no mobility. That's where Lycan shines, because he just sends his wolves at you and necros. You just die. That's it. You're an oracle. What can you do when 5 creeps get on top of you?
JT played a little bit of Bristleback
Radiant team
and Lee
Also, good possibility.
ended up taking a Terror Blade.
Do you think that Vici game is trying to set the tempo of the game by picking some push heavy heroes? You have
yeah.
Shadow Shaman's wards, you have DP Exorcism, and then Lycan doing Lycan.
10
for sure.
seconds remaining.
100%. Also remember that Lycan in the Chinese league was played on
Vici
offlane as well,
Gaming's
a
turn
couple of
to
times.
ban.
Throughout all leagues, I've seen Lycan on. And you see that's the ban. The PL ban makes a lot of sense because you can't be sure that the Lycan is actually position 1.
Yeah.
You have that Aghanims build. Basically, you just go bootless Necro 3 into Aghanims. You
10
bite your
seconds
carry and
remaining.
he just goes ham.
Yeah, what were the good pairings? Because
5
I remember
seconds remaining.
Ricky being one of the pairings.
Troll, Jug,
Radiant
Ricky,
team ban.
all are pretty good. Troll is banned, Jug is still in the pool.
Jug's still good.
Yeah. Ursa is amazing, but I believe banned.
I don't think Ursa's been
No,
banned
Ursa's
yet.
not- Availability.
Actually not banned, yeah.
Vici continuing to ban out offlaners, so poor JT is going to have very little to work with
10
as Sand King also
seconds
gets taken
remaining.
off the table.
The Tide would have been amazing.
Tide would have been amazing. That's why it's a really good
5
ban from
seconds
Vici.
remaining.
In the last, in the DPC, it looks like JT played Mars, Tidehunter, Alchemist, Timber Saw, and Death Prophet, all of whom are banned or taken.
Yeah,
There are a couple picks between there, but those were the most picked.
I
Vici
still like the
Gaming's
Bristle if
turn
he
to
plays
ban.
Bristle in this situation. Oh, it's your boy Arc Warden.
Yeah, like we said before, Terrorblade or Medusa, if you have these heroes, you ban out the Arc. You just don't want to play against that. I'm not necessarily sure the synergy of Vici Gaming, if it would have been great with an Arc, because you have a lot of greed there. The
10
Lycan, the
seconds
Arc,
remaining.
no one to actually start fights. You would literally just throw yourself at them.
5
Yeah,
No,
seconds
no real stuns,
remaining.
right?
I guess if you're relying on Lycan going Aghanim Scepter and wolf biting your carry, then you don't really need to go for a pushing carry, right?
true.
You can just go for like the Jug you said.
Jug Ursa sounds good. I mean, you obviously worry about Sunder. It is a problem, but eventually you get that BKB and you're an angry wolf anyway, just running at people.
What initiate does
Yeah,
Vici Gaming really outside of maybe Shadow Shaman getting blanked?
That's the thing. They care about starting fights. They're just gonna post up your tower and be like, I mean, you can defend if you want to, but we have Exorcism, we have Wolves, we have Serpent Wards, and if you really want to start a fight, we'll have Supernova also.
Underlord for me was again the most obvious
10
option
seconds
for
remaining.
JT. Still, Timber Saw is in the pool, so is it a perfect Timber
5
game? No,
seconds
it's not,
remaining.
but it's pretty decent versus Lycan.
Yeah, but they won't even be laning against each other probably, though.
That's true. I mean, you're still a hero that can just stand in front of a tower and act like a wall. So
Against this lineup of Vici?
with Oracle,
Oh, with Oracle, yeah, definitely. That's true.
Oh,
We're running out of time.
yeah, still some 20-ish seconds
I'm
to think about the offlane.
putting my cards on Bristle.
I like the Bristle. I actually wouldn't mind it. I like the Bristle. I
Vici
like the Timber.
Gaming's turn to
She's
ban.
still in the
Let's
pick.
go Timber.
They go with the Timber.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Vici's happy with that.
They don't really have any super reliable stuns on IG as well. Like you have the lift, and you have later on Void Spirit just going ham. But
10 seconds
you don't have
remaining.
like a Rue that you have in the last game with Underlord or a big stun from a
5
Lion.
seconds remaining.
I think Vici is like okay ignoring the Timber though. Like yeah, he can stand between two tiers of towers.
You may now
And the
select
Jug,
And
yeah.
then get the Jug to Wolf Bite. So, like, they can have the Timber Saw standing around, but do they care? Because Timber Saw or Oracle can't push.
Yeah.
Vici Gaming's gonna be pushing towers on the other side of the map in the meanwhile. And
You
Timber
can't
Saw,
really push period until Terrorblade is
until
online.
Terrorblade's online, exactly. And so, like, Vici Gaming, like Sumi said, gonna be setting the pace, as already seen from the first 3 picks. And as great as JT is on Timbersaw, he can only draw so much focus.
Yeah, you're an unbeliever, Tsunami.
I'm a non-believer. you saw it in the DPC. I didn't get my eyeballs on it quite as much.
Yeah, so I actually agree with him. I don't think that Invictus Gaming outdrafted Vici Gaming by any stretch.
No, it's still a close draft.
Yeah, I think Vici Gaming have got what it takes to take this one. It's a much better odds than in the first game, I would say. Still going to favor IG just because of the past and all the games that I have seen historically. I don't necessarily think that they outdrafted Vici Gaming.
I'll go with Vici. I think that the Lycan wolf bite synergy with Juggernaut is going to be, at the minimum, it's going to be entertaining. I don't know if it's going to win or not, but it's going to be
sick.
It's going to be sick. It's going to be fun to watch, and we haven't seen many push drafts be shown up during like the first 4 days of this tournament. So I'm curious, is that still viable or not? So give me Vici.
I will also take Vici Gaming, putting Lizard once again in the spicy seat, because I think that the push strategy will really set the game, and I don't know if other heroes like maybe will get online outside of stealing spells.
It's fine. I really like Vici Gaming's draft a lot as well, so we'll see.
Getting back on the fence, huh, Lizard?
Well, let's see how the drafts work out. We will take it to Game 2 of IG versus Vici Gaming. Take it away, Black and MLP Dota.
Thank you very much. We are back for game number 2 between IG and Vici Gaming. It is of course MLP and Black. Two new drafts here between these two teams. I want to ask you straight off the bat, do you think Vici Gaming have the draft to take game 2 off the side of IG?
I think I prefer that draft quite a bit over the one of IG. Like, they have all the tools they need to deal with Timbersaw in the form of DP. Terrorblade shouldn't be a big problem. They have DP, Lycan, and 2 huge supports against him to deal with him. And just overall, I think Vici have a very good draft here. Like, I think they are going to take it
30 seconds
less
to
serious. Bring it to a game 3, hopefully, which we haven't seen today.
We can only hope. The Necro book already.
It's gonna be tough. Like,
naturally.
IG is such a good team, you know. Like, even though their draft doesn't look the best, they can still easily outplay Vici here. And JT Timbersaw, man, that guy on that hero is probably the best Timber in China.
I'd have to agree with you on that, JT. One of his specialties. They can slow down the push potential of Vici Gaming in this game, because you kind of did mention it before we did come live. The DP Lycan does feel kind of broken right now in the current meta. The Necro book very strong as well on the Lycan pick. IG, I'm not sure if they have enough wave here to really deal with the amount of units that we kind of throw.
比较舒服。
свое. Ну и Эма опять на Void Spirit отдают ему.
偏军事的对线。
Just this support duo of Vici is really what's to their favor. They have Shaman and TB, 2 heroes that are quite decent against Terrorblade. The hero that, of course, if you were just looking at the carry matchup, you know, Juggernaut loses to TB quite hard, but because of the supports, it's going to be quite easy for him to pick.
PYW. He might be in trouble bot lane.
Fine.
He gets away, be able to sell, Action going on across all sides of the map, even top lane, as you can see. Bit of a battle going on, JT. He did cop the spin, but he's going to be able to walk away from it. Of course, living up the level 1 chains, just to make sure he doesn't get caught out early on. Speaking of this lane, I doubt Vici can do really much to slow down JT, at least in the laning phase.
Yeah, JT will easily get to level 3. And then they have no chance of really hurting him in this lane anymore, I'd say. So I agree. Like, you should have a free farm here, and then with that free farm, he can cause a lot of problems, especially against that Lycan scope.
Pain's in, Poyo. He's gonna go for a spin now. Icarus dive. Fire Spirit's not gonna be quite enough. JT really playing on the edge, just trying to secure every CS he can. Definitely has to be a bit more cautious, I think, but for now he'll salve up, he'll be right. Well, it's the mid lane matchup. Like, tell me about this one. The Void Spirit versus the DP. It feels like the DP
right now is doing very well for himself, but The reality is that the higher the levels go, the stronger DP is in this lane. Spirit Siphon level 2, level 3 is just too much for Void Spirit to handle. And then level 6, Exorcism can just result in a very quick and easy kill. Or potentially even a power push if Void Spirit chooses to gank another lane himself. This matchup is always has been a DP favorite, but...
Definitely a very good Void Spirit. Still right-clicking away onto Ori, even with the Spirit Siphon going on. A bot lane, as you can see, you'll see the Lycan there up against the Terrorblade on Flyfly, PYW and Ollie. We kind of talked about this earlier on. It does seem like Flyfly is having a decent enough time right now. I guess as the Lycan, you're just trying to make sure you can secure your own Necro book first before you really get active. It's not really so much trying to slow down Flyfly.
Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant's courier has been killed.
Oh. Flyfly going to intercept this large camp. Pops the meta. He wants to try and go onto PYW. Fortune's End is going to be there. PYW extremely low and does go down. A great start for IG. Old 11 trying to run Ollie. He does have Fortune's End back up in 1 second, and he has a mango for the mana. Salve up, Old 11 still getting away with this, but eventually they are going to run right into him, and Ollie, I'm sure he'll just start channeling it up. Old 11, he's going to try and trade, but there is no chance in hell. He's going to go down, and Flyfly will walk away with a double. That PYW, right back in. He'll kill off Ollie.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Forget this.
Yeah, I mean, you're really seeing the comparisons between the position ones right now. Poyo definitely not having as free of a game, but now he'll go for the spinner. JT has overextended. Poyo, very nice spin. And right onto PYW, and they do get the kill. Ollie will take it with the level 2 Purifying Flames. It's something you brought up earlier.
A bubble from the void.
That should help.
That was something you were talking about earlier on as well, right? Like, you'd rather see Emo making those rotations rather than trying to just stick around and contest the death pot.
Dire structures are fortified.
Keep that Siege Creep alive. Nice glyph there from Vici Gaming. A little bit longer. They can get the initiation though. For now, Ori's sitting back quite nicely and not really getting out of position.
Structures are fortified.
Like IG, they're going to try and wrap around.
Is under attack.
They'll be at a pretty big amount of chip damage, but nothing too much to worry about. Top lane, bit of a spin from Poyo, not going to lead to much, but mid lane, they jump right back in. After that DP, Spirit Siphon's keeping him alive. Ori, can he really make his way out? He's still surviving, but surely not for long. They will get the kill. Emo now moving in for even more with that Arcane Rune active, but he misses the Aether Remnant. DY is going to be able to survive thanks to that, but he does have an Astral Step back up. Not reinitiate. Poyo. He might be in danger on lift up. They do catch out the junk. He'll commit the Omni. He's going to try and get lucky for Kaka. He's eventually going to die, but Poyo has to give his life away for that. I suppose that was the best kind of circumstance he could have asked for, just getting the kill, but it's still not going to feel great for Vici. Bottom.
Dire's top tower is
They're going to try and chase down Ollie. Should be a nice easy pick off here as they do have the shackles, and of course when the wolf is there, it's very hard to get away. They'll try to delay it, but it is inevitable. Over 11 does take a kill for himself. Meanwhile, top.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
People down, a smoke up from Kaka and Emo. He beat down from Ollie. Been just trying to bait them in. PYW, he was thinking about it. Kaka, Emo. They've got it. Old 11, he's trapped up and he's gone.
Radiant's bottom tower.
It's really just that easy. Once you have the setup from the Fortune's End.
Under attack.
Emo again, he just makes so much work happen across the map when he makes these rotations.
Thank you. I shall reconsider your work.
Invisibility.
He's always been a very calculated player, right? Like, I remember a few years back watching him on the Invoker mid, and we always used to be kind of amazed at how well he would do on any hero he played in the mid lane. And it's great to see Emo back in the spotlight, because he's a very talented man.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Pretty dominant for sure. 10-minute bounty rune's going to spawn up. PYW going to try and contest. They've got the Hex out and the shackles. This might be great, but the false promise immediately there by Ollie. He's going to try and TP away and save his own life, but cannot do so. Old 11, he'll keep chasing down Emo. Just fine to get away.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
This is hard. It's hard for JT. It's a lot of heroes to think about. They get the Hex off. PYW again with the shackles in time. They'll get the kill. JT, a bit of wishful thinking there. Thinking he can actually defend that T1 tower. Just a bit of a misplay.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Lane, Emo's trying to pressure with the Sage Creep, but eventually he is going to let it go down. Damage off. Too much. Back at No, still playing with fire in that mid lane. Not really worried about Poyo whatsoever. Now, being a bit sneaky, double damage rune gonna be taken by Ori.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
want something with this Necro 3, but Old 11 might have to wait till it's back off cooldown. 25 seconds for that. Of course, IG more than happy to play this farm game with this Terrorblade, and you can see Fly with his net worth. He's getting a bit too far ahead. You might make the argument that once the Battle Fury's there on the jug, it'll be a different story, but it feels like the Terrorblade, just with these inbuilt illusions, is always going to be able to keep up in farm. So, JT. So much control out from PYW. False promises there in time, but again, the shackles, and now Ollie is going to get picked. JT, does he have enough fuel to survive? It's been a lot of damage being pumped out, but he is alive for now. Still, the chase continues. He'll train TP. Does he make it out? No, the Yules is there from Ori. Get it in time. JT, he's gone. Another great kill there from Vici Gaming.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Emo jumps in, heads. Immediately, PYW wants to turn around. Emo getting very low, but he'll dissimulate out. Egg's going to be committed. They really want this mid-tier 1. They'll get it. That's enough for Vici Gaming. They are right out afterwards.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Fly now, he's going to try and trade with the meta, trying to get some value out of it. Vici, can they defend this? They've used so many spells already. JT's going to frontline and tank the tier 1. I don't think they can stop this from happening.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Gonna go into the SNY straight after Poyo. Bad stuff.
Horn of the realm.
Absolutely. Bot lane, Sunray trying to catch out Emo again. He should be safe. TP right out, DY, no way to cancel it. T. Pressure out Poyo. Poyo is going to leave the area. Meanwhile, Vici Gaming, though, they're going to push down the bot tier 2 tower. And with this draft, this is something you can do so darn easily. Just force IG to try and defend every single time, and it looks like IG's not interested. They're going to let this go.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
See ya. Cool, great for IG.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They're trying. They've smoked up now in the mid lane. They'll make their way through the Dire jungle. The tier 2's already gone.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Ollie, this is not what he wants. The Hex is out immediately. PYW again just locking down one, and now Poyo runs right in, but everyone's just TPing away. Can they lock down at least JT? Not quite. They get the Oracle kill, but that's about it. For IG, you'd still be pretty happy with that.
Radiant's
The T1
is under attack.
top tower, and it looks like it might just be a free one here for Vici. Very, very quick, of course.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
They've smoked.
Dire's bottom tower.
They're going to try. They're running in, but they've got to make the jump in ASAP. That Roshan getting very low. Still not dead. It's still up for a second, but it's not quick enough. IG in too much hesitation. They're going to go in anyway, right onto the DP, trying to kill Ori off with the 8th Remnant. It's not going to be enough yet. He'll survive for another day. Emo and JT, the ones to drop, and now Fly needs to find a way out. He's going to Sunder and turn right back around, but they've got the Hex, they've got the Surfboard, they've got the Egg, and they've got the controls. So Poyo can just hit away, and we'll be able to kill off the TB. Onto Ollie. Nice dead Oracle. Vici Gaming, that was a great team fight. And on top of all that, they still have the Aegis.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Close initiation there. They're running right in. Old 11 just rushing it through the mid lane. Vici is there. They have the control again with the shackles. Terror Wave is not there in time. It's PYW. Every single team fight, this Shaman just catches the right target and makes it impossible to counter-initiate. Hasn't. Trying to farm up the Yules now on the Void Spirit, but it's going to be a bit of time. Speak.
Radiant's
Group up here
middle
from
tower
IG in
is
the
under
river.
attack.
Bit of a smoke. Amazing for IG. Parker, yeah, he blinks right in with the lift. Now the Terror Wave, they are playing no games. They just want him dead, but he gets the Yules off in time. He should be able to heal a little bit, but no, not even close. Damage from Fly just a little bit too high on that TB. But mid lane, who will they jump? It's going to be JT. They kind of just even it out then. Lane, Gaming, to go in, IG, Firefly, he's going to get started right up to Old 11. Old 11 already dead, but now the Surfboards are down. False Promise immediately onto Fly. They're going to make sure he lives through this team fight. The Egg is going to go down just in the nick of time. Poyo, he got a full Omni Slash off on the Terrorblade anyway. So get the kill in the end. PYW, he's going to be fine to TP out. Emo could not finish off the job. It's still really not too bad for Vici Gaming because they got the POS 1 TB.
Trust me, I know how to handle such power.
What's the measure of power?
They can keep this up though. You may have. Neither am I, Black. I think we're very similar. We're both idiots. We're both old now. You know, we can be forgiven.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Invisibility.
Avengement is mine.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So you.
Radiant's courier has been killed. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top barracks has fallen. Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Precisely as planned. I'll take that as tribute.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. That should help. Radiant are scanning. Dire are scanning. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's courier has been killed. should help.
It's great to be back. Well, that's what I tell people anyway.
Fortune's changed.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I know how to handle such power.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is Vici Victory.